Good morning, everyone. It's me. It's coffee time again. And I'm going to start it off like I have been doing. If you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Comment, share the videos. I do answer my comments, so feel free to comment away. All right, that being said, we're ready for coffee time. It's bright and early in the morning. I know it's hump day, so everybody's still sleeping. Everybody but them. Dun, 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 dun. Oliver's in his usual spot where he likes to hang out. The girls are over there, but my porch ain't long enough to get everybody in an angle shot. It will be. I'm probably gonna order a microphone so I don't have to talk into the phone, so I can put this anywhere as long as it's like 60 feet away. That's what it said when I looked at it. The little mics, wireless, Bluetooth, whatever it is. Everybody's outside chilling, and YouTube world is sleeping. So I'll keep quiet until somebody comes on, says something. I will listen good. I would send a, let's say hi chat. Well, good morning, Michelle. Hope you're having a good morning and your coffee is good and everything is peachy in your life. One might say. Oliver is gone, gone, gone. He's over here sleeping. Peachy King. I always thought that was A-I-N-G. I'm a king. Peachy King. Not king. So now everybody knows why exactly I do YouTube videos and not writing stories. I think I've already said before. There is there, not there, 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 there. So anybody that's out there that's a grammar Nazi, and when I use there, it's spelled T-H-E-R-E in my head, no matter where it's put. So when I'm speaking to you, I'm speaking wrong because there is there. I know, I'm silly. Everybody's on the porch. Molly might be out in the yard. She's my little explorer, or she's under my chair hiding. She's in the yard by herself. She's always there, Bill. Teddy must be under the bench because he's not out there with her and I don't see him. Ah, found him. He's in the cat house. He's in that little cat house more than anybody. Uh, I get to do things. I got things I'm going. So that's correct. I think it is. It is not you. 72. Exclamation point. We got to put an exclamation point at everything. All right. Oliver's by himself. We'll do a twofer. Hi, Toby. No, you can't. Well, you can jump up in my lap. Your feet ain't wet yet. Too wet. But I know for a fact, buddy, you gotta have to get a razor to them feet so I can see them nails. You can be mad. We'll discuss that later. Good morning. Hi. I see you. Say hello to everybody. Huh? They don't want to see your butt, dude. I'll have to turn it down. My camera's only up for... Sorry, everybody. Big hands. All up in the way. He's got his back turned to everyone because he don't care. There he goes. Turn around. Let the whole world see you. Let the whole world see you, bud. You got my hand caught. I'm just holding on to you. Oh, that was the cat jumping. Heard a fence rattling. Around here, you got to watch for dogs. But the cat's decided to go. And he left. So let's go back to something that's better looking. There you go. Dogs. If I could figure out a way to get them all their own little small cups of coffee, I'd have them sitting there with Charlie and family's awake. I hear them over there raising Cain. Teddy, you better leave her alone. She's gonna whoop me. That was Miss Moo deciding she didn't want Teddy in her face. She's little and skinny, but she's but she's mean. She's not really mean. She's small. She don't take no crap from anyone. Thank you for turning your back on everyone. That's mighty nice of you. Mighty nice of you. In case you're new to the channel, my dogs hate being videoed. So we get what we can when we can. It's not. Rue, how do you do? You must have got that invisible invitation I sent you to jump in my lap because you just plopped up here. I know. Baby girls. She toot. So, everybody's still sleeping. I've had a few people check in. They're like, oh, this boring guy again. Gotta go. If you need to. Hungry? Oh, I got you. Sit still. Miss Moo Moo, where you going, baby? Hi, sweeties. Sugars. You doing all right, baby? Molly keeps running around. She hasn't decided what she wants to do yet today. Hello. How y'all doing? Two went in and two decided to come back out. So I have an idea that I was going to do. I don't know if it's going to work or not. But somebody asked me yesterday about my book. I know the name of her book and stuff about it, but I don't, Teddy, I don't know exactly where to find it and all that stuff. And I can't explain exactly how she was feeling when she wrote it or anything or what made her do it. But if anybody is interested, it's going to be not Sunday, but the Sunday after. I'm going to give it a couple weeks to promote and everything, but I'm going to try to tie her into one of my lives on a Sunday morning and see if you guys got any questions about her book or anything. You're more than welcome to ask the author herself. I'm pretty sure she'll have a copy of it. I've got one upstairs in my nightstand because I read it, but I keep forgetting to bring it down just so I could show it off. But yeah, that's something that I talked to her yesterday that we got in the works, that get a time scheduled to where she's off work and all that and can chime in and join the live stream, because she has her own page too, and trying to help promote her and all that, and because she worked really hard on her book and it's really good. And I figure it would be easier for you guys to talk to her yourself. That's if anybody's interested, and if not, you don't have to watch. But I'm putting it out there that here in a couple weeks I'm going to do a live with her on a Sunday morning, and we'll discuss her book, or we'll just talk to each other if nobody's watching, because that's what we family. That's my sister. So hopefully everybody will tune in. People will ask about it and want to know. And all that stuff. Wow. I got magic stuff going on. That's too funny. We got the magic hands. So yeah, it's really good. Like I said, let's turn it this second. Let's back that up that way a little bit. And move this out in a little bit. But yeah, it's a good, here it is. It's called Shattered. It says raw and real, finding faith when God feels absent. It's her book, her words. The introduction, we'll just give that to you guys right now. It says, "This book is not about tragedies. God's still working. It is about blame shifting, bitterness, or resentment. It's about Jesus. It's all about how he pulled me from the depths of despair, how he reached me when I thought I was broken, too broken to save. When I wrote this book, I was in the worst spiritual storm of my entire life. I wasn't just at rock bottom, I was below it. I had been shattered beyond all repair, so I thought. I didn't want to go on anymore. I just wanted the pain to stop." That's the introduction. Well, it's a bigger introduction, but that's the first page of the introduction. I'll give y'all the whole book. You really got to check it out. I know it's on Amazon. And for all you people wondering, there's my sister on the back. So, very good book. I'm still reading it. But if you're very interested in it, or interested in hearing about it, I'm going to do a live with her together, and we're going to discuss her book. So, it's out there. Everybody knows. And really would like people to join in and talk to her, because she poured everything out into it. So, we'll do what we can to say, hey, all right, back to the dogs, because you guys, I mean, you know, I have a face made for radio. And there's Susu, sound asleep. So maybe somebody will be interested. Oh, I made a noise. Everybody jumped. 2, 4, 6. Miss Ruby is MIA. Oh, there's 2, 4, 6, 7. Had to find her. My days are spent counting dogs to make for sure I have them in a row. Because I got a couple of escape artists. Oh, it's a quiet, peaceful morning. The temperature, you can see it over on the clock, it's right at 80 degrees. The humidity's above 90. So it's going to be a fun, hot day again. And to my buddy Rolling, if I can get the money, I will jump into Malibu and come up there and get my Georgia weather back from you. He's dealing with the humidity as well, and he's in the north. He's not a big fan. I've been in the south around it. That it's aggravating, but it doesn't bother me. I just know when I step outside, I'm gonna sweat. But this morning's a good because I don't have gnats in my face yet. Molly, you under there? You better get out from under that porch. Girl, come on. Molly, moo. heard noise, and she's the only one missing. Molly. She's a little explorer. Know what's going on. She said, I seen the cats go under there. I want to see too. Good morning, Wally. How are you doing? I see you're putting your dog litter in my clothes first thing this morning. I wouldn't have it any other way, Betty. Wouldn't have it any other way. Molly, come on. Let's go. Thank you. You're going to get stuck under there one day, and I'm going to have to take the porch apart. And when I do, sugars for being safe, but then I'm going to put you in your crate for being bad. Okay? Dave just trying to keep you safe, baby. Look. No, you don't have to jump down yet. Look. No. All right, I'll let you go. She heard dogs barking. She's ready to take off. Well, now they stopped and she's ready to get back up. Make up your mind. Make up your mind, sweetness. All right. Thank you for the sugars. Take you for the sugars. Not in the mouth. You can do me in the face. You can lick me all over the face. But don't lick me in the mouth. You look so beautiful in the sunlight. It's glowing on you. She's the daddy's girl if there ever was one. So, that's my baby. Teddy's actually the baby. Let me see if I can see that. Yep. Morning, OG. You up early or you just getting off work? Oh. Sit still, sweetie. I don't want you to fall. Teddy's down there looking. Toby is like, why ain't you picking me up, man? You forgot about me? I hate having headaches. The worst pains in life for me are, number one, a toothache. I can't stand a toothache. I tell them to pull the tooth out that's bothering me and the other three next to it. And then a headache. I don't like headaches either. It sucks you got a migraine and you're feeling miserable. Take 2 aspirin and call me in the morning. 1940s doctor's advice. Is that a good foot there, Molly? She just going to town. Well, now she's licking my ankle. Or yet, you could be, you could have a secret of Hillary's, and that would even be worse than being married to her. You might know something, and you might have to unalive yourself. It's got to be money, because I don't know how anybody married that woman. So it can only be money. We into money. Hey, Lila, how you doing? She said, I'm yawning. I'm stretching. Normally she's out in the yard having fun, but for some reason today she wants to be in my lap and a ring. I would let her, because she's my baby girl. Dad, my baby boy. That's my other baby boy. My other baby boy. I put you down with your little bony legs. I'd rather set you down than have you jump. Because that's what she'll do. She'll jump and get hurt. And we don't want that to happen. I can never get this thing to set. Well, I do, but then I move it. We'll go back to Sue, because, like I said, the dogs are easier on the eyes. Toby can go up there and lay with his woman. He said, how you doing, Mom? She's like, how you doing, Paul? Teddy, she can whip your tail, buddy. Stay out of there. You messed her up. She was going to jump in the chair by herself for the first time. And then you away. Them two are just too funny some mornings. I had a... ah, shit. Praying for a one-night stand. What was it? That old joke, something about a woman on the beach with no arms and legs, and a guy walks by and asks if she's all right. Yeah. I just wish I had somebody to hold me. So he bends down, holds her, and everything. And she said, I wish, somebody would dance with me. He picked her up and started to dance around with her on the beach and everything. And she said she wished she would, have with her or screw her, basically. That's the word I'll use. She said she wanted someone to screw her. So he threw her in the water and said, you're screwed now. I used to tell everybody I had a one-legged girlfriend. Her name was Eileen. I met her where she worked. IHOP. A one-legged girlfriend named Eileen. Barbara. Her name is. Yeah, I guess I made a comment yet. Midget porn or whatever, just being silly. And somebody sent me a thing that said, well, at least it wasn't nugget porn. And I laughed because I didn't even think that person knew what nugget porn was. It's a thing. And if you don't know what it is, people, if you like, you can look it up, but it's crazy. I wonder how many people are doing that right now. So I laughed when I heard that one. It's like, I didn't even think you knew what that was. Of course, I'm probably getting for that comment, but it's live and I'm. Strike away, old mighty YouTube. Wally, you got that booger catcher going 90 nothing. What you smell? Something good or something strange? You let me know what you think when you do search. I won't tell anybody what it is till they look it up. And they'll be like, oh shit. No way. Yeah, it was only a few years ago that I learned what it was. It's just like, no. I'm like that guy out there that says, if I had to see it, so do you. And post that seen on the internet. I think that's pretty good. I need to learn how they do that. Like I said, I'm not good with computers and stuff, but they go somewhere and find a video, they show a piece of it, and then talk about it. I will figure it out one day. One of these days, I think I'm going to take a class on computers because I don't know anything about them. I can turn them on, and I know if you want to see something, you just Google it, I guess. But I can't do things like on my computer having CapCut linked to my Dropbox where all my videos are. And then I also like to take a class on video editing. Maybe my videos won't be so boring if I learn how to do them. But since I don't, this is what you get, guys. You get a man's voice looking at some dogs. sleeping dogs too. I have 7 Democrats living in my house. 9 if you include the cats, but the cats think that well, they think I'm the jester that just watches their house for them. I feed them, I let them in, I let them out, and that's all I'm good for. And if anybody has cats, they know. It is. Because if you wake them up, they're getting something. So let sleeping dogs lie and you can have some peace for a few minutes. And there's 3, there's 6. They're all here. I got 3 on the bench, 2 in separate chairs. Wally's laying on the rug as usual. And Molly decided she's just going to camp in my lap. I tell Wally all the time that the bench is big enough for him too, but he doesn't get up there. He will if I do. And I make him get up there, or I call him up. I don't make him do anything. He's probably 85, 90 pounds of dog. He's gonna do what he wanted to do. But he's funny because I go to trim his nails and I'll grab his paws and he doesn't like the nail at all when I try to file his nails. And he just reaches down there and puts my hand in his mouth to let me know that I can bite that off. I'm not going to, but I can. So I leave him alone. I don't want to be bitten. I don't think he would bite me, but he just definitely lets you know that he can. What do you hear, Toby? You got your head on a swivel. Teddy hears something because he's woofing, or he sees something. Whatever it is, it's probably going to scare him to death if it appears. The old coffee going down good this morning. Hopefully everybody's having their good morning cup of joe and enjoying it. I get that, brother. Hopefully your headache goes away and you feel a little better. So enjoy your nap and we'll talk to you another time. And I'm definitely gonna still hunting up your station. I need to do that after I get off of here. Tomorrow night at 6. That's another reason why I hate migraines. They make you sick to your stomach. And that's not a good feeling when you got a headache so bad. Dude, I just noticed what you're doing. Toby, nobody wants to see you doing that, bud. All the girls think you're nasty, and all the boys are jealous. So don't do that. You won't get no lovins that way, man. They'll look at you and go, "Ooh, brother, ooh." He said, I don't care. Sounds good. All right. Later on, man. Get feeling better. Somebody cooking something, Wally? That nose is in the air. Is there danger? Is Timmy stuck in a well somewhere? You let me know and we'll go find him. We'll be heroes. Well, you will. The fat guy that owns the hero. Molly, you're gonna fall in that little hole here in a minute. I got my legs crossed and there's a hole. And she's sliding so slightly. Crunch. Hello, brother. How you doing this evening? Well, there ain't much of nothing up with me right now. Usual. Talking to anybody that's willing to talk to me. I got friends. I can't see them, but I can talk back and forth to them. Well, that's good, you're okay. That's all we can expect in life is, you know, the least is to be okay. If you're doing good, then you're still doing done the lunch. Gone to lunch. Doing lunch. Lunch. I don't even have my first cup of coffee down yet. That's the time difference. Uh, it's a beautiful morning. We had a little bit of rain yesterday. And it only started 5 minutes before I had to leave to go to my doctor's appointment. And then it's all the way up there. I stopped long enough for me to get into the door, and then it just continued on. I don't mind it raining as long as it rains enough to actually cool things down. I don't like the rainstorms that we get in the summer because the hottest day it'll rain for 5 minutes, then the sun comes back out and starts steaming everything, and it's like, that's miserable. Nobody likes to do that. Yeah, I went yesterday. I went to a clinic where the manufacturers of my pacemaker, they were there, and they call it a wand, and they put this wand over my pacemaker and make for sure that it's functioning and all that stuff. And it is, but she also noticed that I got a little bit of AFib. Know the whole word for it, but it's basically when the top half of the heart isn't beating in rhythm with the bottom half. and everything. So she was going to send the report to my cardiologist, and she said he's probably going to change your medicines or do something like that. But she said, I'm just going to send in the report and he's going to do what he do and all that. So then I was looking and I remembered that the whole closure, when they put that in, the PFO closure, that one of the side effects is you can get AFib. Yeah, yeah. It's an increased heart rate, but it's they're both out of rhythm basically. The half and the bottom half aren't simultaneously doing what they're supposed to do, is what I understood. And come to find out, the PFO closure causes that. They said it's a side effect, but it goes away after a month or so. But it was good to let the cardiologist know what's going on, because they can put me on a little bit of medicine for a little while to, I guess, help control it or fix it. There's always something. I mean, it's just when you take your body to a doctor, it's kind of like the mechanic for an oil change, because then they're going to go, well, we got your oil change, but you need an air filter. You get your air filter done, and they're going to be like, you got to have a fuel filter. You get that done, and the radiator needs flushed. They always find something that needs to be done, but my body's not my car. Yeah, for sure. I don't have any medicines for my heart rate. I'm just on, I got cholesterol medicine, I got blood pressure medicine, and, oh, my Plavix. I knew there was another one. And an aspirin. So everything is for blood pressure or cholesterol because of the strokes and things. So I didn't have anything for my heart rate. I might be getting something, I don't know. I will keep everybody informed as soon as I hear. I'll be glad to get them all over with for a while and just go to doctors for routine checkups. But until then, I gotta play their game of go here, do this, get that done. My main concern is stopping the strokes. That's my biggest goal. Let them keep happening. Because they always tell you if you have one, you're most likely to another one. Well, I had 3, so I don't want to be number 4. I spoke too soon a while ago. The gnats are out now. They were sleeping. That's what the PFO, the closure was to prevent strokes. And everything, because they did they checked everything when I had the stroke, and they couldn't find anything that was causing them, except the hole in the heart. And everybody's body, a little bit of small blood clots. And everybody is born with a hole in their heart, but 75% of those close up naturally. 25 don't close at all. And then out of that 25%, only 5% of those have issues, like strokes. So basically they just wait till you have one, and then they try to find out where it's coming from. They said that was most likely where mine were coming from, because nothing else that they checked they could find that was causing it. That was their solution, was to put this little thing in there that closes that hole, so those little small blood clots, when they get up, instead of going through the hole and up into the brain, they get expelled to the lungs and go away, as far as what I hear and what I understand. So with everything that was done, fingers crossed, I won't have any more. Sleeping standing up, Molly? She said, yeah, because you won't let me sit in your lap. I had to pick her up and uncross my legs because my foot was falling asleep. Yeah, doctors and medicine's fun. But I have a really, really good cardiologist. Yeah, I eat garlic and everything. If it's not garlic, then it's minced garlic. And if it's not that, there's garlic powder. I'm pretty sure the only thing I don't put garlic on is my cereal and my eggs. But yeah, I like garlic. It's good for you. And I even fill my rice up with turmeric, because that's supposed to be good for you too. I know it's good for the dogs. So there's always garlic in the house. Got to keep the vampires away. No more vampire. That's too funny. Oh, so funny. Molly, you only weigh about 7 pounds, but 7 pounds is heavy after a while. It's kind of like holding something small that don't weigh a lot. It's easy at first, but as time goes on, that little 7 pound weight starts to weigh 14, 20, 56, 112. Right now you at 112 pounds, Molly. She really. She said, "How weigh that? I'm just a little guy, just a little girl, daddy." Appreciate it. That's too funny. Oh, he's like, "Where'd you go?" You want down, sweetie? If you do, we can let you down. We can let you down if you want down. She said, no, I just want to look around. Let's see if we can see her. She's fine, just sitting here. She can sit here all day, I guess, until a dog barks. She is the true definition of a daddy's girl. If I get up, she's following me. I sit down. She's usually in my lap or very close by. It's nice that she comes to me because when she was born, she didn't like humans. I guess we were weird to them. They're like, no, they're too big. So she was always skittish. But after time, I'd pick her up and make her sit with me. They do. They behave just like babies. So I used to pick her up and make her sit with me just for a couple minutes, and then I'd let her down. And then she'd get to where she would come to me some. And now I'm about the only one she comes to. My daughter is really good with animals, them to death, wouldn't hurt anything. But she didn't want to go near her. And it's like, no, no. All right, sweetie, gotta uncross my leg again. My feet's. I get some people have a fear of dogs. I've always liked dogs. They've always been good. I've even been bit a couple times, but it happens because they get scared or something. I know 99% of them don't mean to bite you or anything because dogs' nature is to love people and be a friend and a companion. But some people raise them to be mean. I raise my babies to be babies. That's what I want them to be. Big babies. That's a good cup of coffee. Yeah, that can happen as well because the key word is a stray dog. I mean, you throw a dog out that basically depends on humans to survive. You know, that's where they get their food, their shelter, and everything in their safe place. And if they're left to the streets to fend for themselves, they probably go after an old person because to them that's food, or they're too close to them, too territorial. Yep, like I said, It's a it's a life survival thing. When you're starving and you're hungry, you're going to do what you can to eat. And sometimes it's not a pretty sight. I try to make sure my baby all the time. I bet. Like I said, it's a tragedy and it's terrible that it happens, but I don't blame dogs for being dogs. They are descendants of wolves, and survival is in their nature. It's kind of like I've never dreamed of pulling the legs off the beetle and eating it, but Bear Grylls says do that if you need the protein to survive. So it's, what would you do to stay alive? You got eye boogers in the mornings, babies. Let me get them. Thank you. There's just too many people too cruel to animals. Yes, cruel, mean. We're not mean to you though. And I think all dogs should be cats, and everything should be spayed and neutered because there's too many of them without homes. And every animal deserves a home, but not every home deserves an animal. Yep. That going on here as well at one time or another, and they were blaming the pit bull for being a pit bull, and it's like I've had two, and they're not mean, but my pit bulls are big babies until you do something. I think Wally's just a big old softy, but at 85, 90 pounds, I don't want to push his buttons to see how far he's going to go. If anybody else is willing to test that theory, then you get what's coming to you. He's not raised that way, but he will protect what's his. Now, last one, Rambo. Yeah, he was a bigger baby than Wally until, and that's the big word, until you mess with me. Or I had a mailman that he didn't like that messed with his mama, and he snapped a cable that he was tied to and gonna mess the mailman up. He didn't. He stopped at the edge of the yard. No, this is as far as you go. Don't come any further. And of course, the dumbass shot at my dog, and his mama almost shot the mailman. It was aimed, trigger was pulled, but the safety was on by the grace of God, because she would have shot him. And I don't blame her, because she was in the yard with the dog, and the dumbass shot at my dog while I was over the road. Because if I'd been at the house, I'd been in prison for beating the brakes off of that man for firing a gun at anything on my property. We would have issues. So Pit bulls get a bad name because they're raised in a bad way. I know people that were scared to death and they hear you have a pit bull and they're like, no. I'm like, just meet him. But when you meet him, you're going to have a towel in your hand. And they figured out why real fast. Because Rambo's greetings to people when they come over, he would see you walk in the door, he'd sniff you, go straight to his water bowl, slurp up as much water as he could get, dripping in his jowls, and then go rub it all over your clothes. So I would tell everybody that come to the house, and they walk in, I'd hand them a towel, and they'd be like, "What's this for?" I said, "Trust me, you're going to need it in a minute." And true to fashion, he'd walk straight over to the water bowl, and I'd tell him, "Get ready." He'd get done drinking, and he would beeline it to the person in the house, and I like, "Now wipe his face before he wipes it on you." All pit bulls can be dangerous and everything, but I can promise you, this one here will bite you faster than my pit bull. Now they ain't got a big mouth. She's not gonna hurt anything, not much damage, but she's more apt to bite you than he is. People just hear the name and they think that's a bad dog. It's not. Because studies have shown that more people are bitten by chihuahuas than they are any dog in the world. Because chihuahuas have a Napoleon complex. They're little, but they think they can destroy the world. And they give it their try. They give it their all. Sweetie, I can't keep crossing my legs. My feet fell asleep. And you can't taste what I had for dinner last night. I'm trying to lick the toothpaste out my mouth. You better behave. She's just a baby. I gotta explain that. She's gonna be a year old in a few months. A 1 year old. The brown-haired dog, uh, Teddy, he's a Chihuahua too. Every one of my dogs are Chihuahua or Chihuahua mix. They've got something in them. All of them except for Wally. Airedale. No, Airedale. I don't know what Airedale is. Ah, yeah. No, I guess that's a breed. He's not. He's just an overgrown Chihuahua. Is okay. Well, his parents have his parents, so I know where he came from. I mean, that's straight up. That's his daddy. That's where he come from. And that one there's so he's Chihuahua. He's just huge. I guess when he was born, he saw Wally and he said, "I'm him." And he's almost achieved it. So somewhere along the lines, there might be some of that Airedale Terrier in them. I won't guarantee anybody could pass a purebred DNA test. Susie maybe, but I'm not really for sure about that either. She looks like a deer, so she could be there. Gotcha. I'll have to look them up and study them. Oh, teddy bear. There's the morning train. He's long haired, Teddy. But Teddy's daddy's long haired too. And his Aunt Ruby. I think his Aunt Ruby is Chihuahua and Grease Lightning. Because she is fast. The trains that you hear going by my house are usually loaded with fuels or coal, maybe cars and things like that. We have a lot of transport trains that go by my house. We have a certain Amtrak that is full of people. So if you see Amtrak train, it's people. If you see a freight train, that's what it is, just freight, cargo. Yep, exactly. We have a lot of those. That's mainly what goes here. I don't think that this line is dedicated for Amtrak. There might be one over little more east because Amtrak runs into Jacksonville, Florida, and then from Jacksonville to Miami. So right there on the east that we get passenger trains. In the middle of the country, in the state, it's cargo. Look at that escargot. But that was a quiet train this morning. He was only one little toot and he was gone. That's too funny. Look at the cars. Come on, sweetie. I've held you all morning. That's more than usual. You need to go get some exercise. Look, you already stretched 2 miles. Now you got to walk back. I've never been on a train journey. Like we've discussed before, that I've rode a metro, which is around a city train. And I didn't, they were kind of busy as well. But I hate walking even more. I didn't like the train ride. I am not a walker. Gotta get some tools of the trade. That way everybody can see me. I walk in front of the camera. Toby left. Well, if we turn a little bit more, we can see Ruby too. Ruby Tuesday. I mean Ruby too. Hey, bud. Give me just cool down from your daughter being in my lap so long. I love all together, but it's hot, it's muggy, and sir, you put off some rocket body. Wow. Yeah. trains they're used around for long distance as well for people that don't have a car and want to go somewhere. Or you could take the even more miserable route and get on a Greyhound bus. And I think I would rather have bamboo sticks shoved under my fingernails than ever get on another Greyhound. Because those are the worst. Well, that's pretty cool that they provide food in your train. I'm not for sure what long train rides here get you. I've never, like I said, never been on one. But I know when they're really long distance trains that they have little cars that you can go sleep in too. Okay. I think they call gallery cars or something around here for the food train that people go in and eat. And they probably have them, but that ticket to be able to eat that is probably a bazillion dollars and all that. And I can imagine what the food costs if you went and buy it. Well, see, our Amtrak trains actually have cars that have bunks in them for people to go sleep for overnight rides or long rides. Not all of them, but some do. I wouldn't mind taking a train ride across the country, but I'm an old steam train that goes kind of slow and not through anything but the mountains and things like that to where I can see stuff. Okay. Yep. And I've never been on a cruise ship either because I don't trust cruise ships. One person gets sick and the whole damn cruise ship is sick. And anything 3 miles out, air compartments is very comfortable. Yeah, I bet the AC compartments are comfortable. But you did say that you had to reserve those before you can get one, or else you're stuck in a non-air conditioning cart with 1,000 other people that forgot to reserve a seat. Don't feel like you're sleeping in your bedroom. They provide me with a naked girl too. I'm gonna get on that train. Yeah, you were telling me about the non-air conditioning ones. Imagine being on one in that heat, no AC, all them people. I think if I had to get on a train like that, I would be the guy standing at the door with a stick of deodorant telling everybody, you got to put this on before you get on this train. I don't want to smell it. And they stuff you in like cattle. Yeah. No, thank you. Yep, in your unreserved ones. Yes, the whole world is watching you, Molly. She's like, the whole world? Well, 4 people on YouTube. Sorry. That's my whole world. So does it cost a lot more money to get a reserved seat than it is for an unreserved seat? Or is it just the same price and first come, first serve, and when you're out, you're screwed? I wish I had more people talking to me like this from other countries so I would know whether I want to go or not. Uncivilized, impatient, impulsive, arrogant goons. Oh man. Well, tell them how you really feel, Crunch. Yeah, my daughter, she's talking about they want to take a trip to Thailand. They have a friend of theirs that stays over there and they want to go visit. She said they'll probably do that next year because this year, I believe she said she was spending the holidays in the DR with her husband's family. How to do that? I mean, that's how it goes. And I'm pretty sure his family's probably as nice and as he is, so it can't be a bad place to go. That's what I hear. The place you go has its good parts, I believe. I'm not a traveler. I haven't been to places and stuff like that, but everything's if the thing was bad, then nobody would go there. We're sawing logs. I don't know if anybody hears that, but he's got a couple trees left in that forest he's walking through, and that's about it. Buddy, I'll put you on a bigger diet if you're having a hard time breathing. He's probably thinking to himself, touch a thing. My life is great just the way it is. I eat when I want to. I sleep when I want to. I pee when and where I want to. And I get yelled at for it. But I don't get in trouble. I just get yelled at and put in my crate. Well, yeah. I'm pretty sure people go to a lot of countries just for naughty things. And that's the reason to go. Food. Want to go for the food. People want to go for the food. I want to go for the cafes. Not a food cafe. My daughter told me to get my passport, and she would take me to Amsterdam. She's like, I'll take you. Get your passport. And I was like, yeah, I'm not leaving the country. The thought is nice. She did send me things from her trip to Amsterdam. Things she could legally send me, but I want to go for things that you can't send in the mail. Yeah, there's a lot of UK and US men that live in Thailand because from the wars and things, they've women and stuff, and I get it if that's what you want to do. Good afternoon, morning, or whatever time it is, Rapunzel. How are you today? We're just having conversations about countries and trains. Like I tell everybody, tune in because I don't know what we're going to talk about until it happens. Well, that's okay. I don't mind if you watch, attention, or just listen because you want to take a nap like Mom. Molly is. She's out like a light this morning. Dating day yesterday. They played and played until they were completely wore out. She might answer you, but I don't know if she will. But she's in Russia. You're in Croatia at the morning. At the moment. At the morning. Never been to either one. My daughter went to Croatia. That was one of her first trips that she took for work. She had a seminar that she was key speaker and translating for. So they sent her to Croatia. She's always had the travel bug. She is her mother's child with her father's temper, so everybody look out. All right, well, you go ahead and take a nap. You can keep listening. The sound of my voice. Okay, well, enjoy. Trying to get woke up here. I got things I know I got to do today. I'll probably go get my x-rays done and over with, so I don't have to worry about that anymore. Yeah, my daughter's been to the UK, Italy, France, Ireland, Greece, Croatia, the Dominican Republic, Mexico. Her passport is full, and she's got more places she wants to go, like Thailand. What other place that she was saying that her and her husband want to go? Yeah, I guess those are her dream countries as well. She got the Blarney Stone or whatever it's called. I asked her if she kissed it, and she's like, no, all them people that's had their mouth on it. She didn't want to do that. I was like, well, I thought everybody kissed the Blarney Stone for good luck. And she even got to do the gondolets or whatever they're called, rivers in Greece or whatever. She got to do all that stuff. She likes to travel and do things. But she has a job that lets her and provides the means for her to do it. Yeah, she liked the UK. I never asked her what her favorite country was that she's been to. I know she was excited about Greece because she was sending photos and things here when she was there. Ireland's her favorite. Sounds about right. Iceland would be her favorite because all the people are short like her. If you say so. I don't know where Ireland is on the map, but if you say it's north of the UK, I believe you. Because my world is the US. If God wanted me to travel, He'd things so I can go anywhere I wanted. Oh, it's Scotland? Okay. I think she's been there too. I think she listened to that old song by Johnny Cash, and she took it literally. She's like, hold up, everywhere too, because she's been everywhere, man, across this desert land, man. I think Japan was the other place they wanted to go besides Thailand. I think that's what it was. I couldn't remember. But it hit me that I think she mentioned something about Japan. My bucket list for the U.S. isn't over yet. I've been to all 48 states. I have 2 more to go, but I didn't have a passport, so my truck wouldn't take me to Alaska, and I couldn't drive it to Hawaii. So I could do a trip to Hawaii and a trip to Alaska. if I was to ever become rich, because I'm pretty sure she said the ticket just to get to Alaska was like $900. Yeah, Alaska is cold. I think you got a couple months out of the year that's warmer than they're cold, but I don't think they get hot. Well, it's a big area and they don't have a lot of population up there, but won a bunch of money. I could see myself hiding up there for a while. Just a cabin off in the woods and watch it snow and do whatever. I would like to go to Hawaii just to say I've been there. I mean, you see one beach, you've seen them all. If you've seen one ocean, you've seen them all. Basically, that's beach and water. That's my outlook on it. You know, it's the food. And this fat guy will be sampling food no matter where I go. Except Montana. I'm not my son-in-law. I am not eating Rocky Mountain. I'm not going to sample them. I'm not going to try them. I'm from the South and I've never eaten lamb fry. Different things for different people. But yeah, if I was to travel, I would only travel just to go try food. There's not anyone willing to land, get somewhere, and then want to walk around and explore it. I wouldn't mind doing it if I can rent a when I get there. Because the walking around is not for me. Because that's going to be my next thing looking into. My hover round. And that way I'll take everybody traveling while I drive up and down the roads. In my little mobile scooter. Yeah, I don't have that problem. I go to place all you can eat, and I take that to heart. Let's see how much I can eat. Said I can have it all. But yeah, I've done that before when I was a kid. We were at parties and things like parties and things that we used to have as kids. Our parents did. And the worst night was I eat everything under the sun, but I kept drinking red Kool-Aid all day, just red Kool-Aid, Kool-Aid, red Kool-Aid. And my stomach swelled up. I was sick as a dog. But when I was a kid, I absolutely refused to throw up. And it's like, no, 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 no. I'd sit there and talk myself out of it. I'd be miserable. I'd do everything under the sun not to do that. So I was sick in the bathroom, trying to talk myself out of being sick because I hated to do that with a passion. And my mother comes in. She goes, "You're not feeling so good?" I said, "No, I'm still sick." And I was still facing the toilet. And she came up behind me and squeezed me like she was going to give me a hug. And then in one big jerk, it was like the Heimlich maneuver and everything come out. She's like, "Go to bed, I'll clean it up." I was mad, but I felt better because I absolutely hated it. I would rather get run over by a car than to throw up when I was a kid. That was just nasty. Now that I've gotten older, when I feel sick, it's a relief. Let's go do get me to feel better. I know this is a great conversation to have on a Wednesday morning. If anybody's eating breakfast or whatever and watching, they're like, I either throw away my breakfast or turn this dude off. Acorns or something falling on the tin roof across the, making a big bang noise. Sometimes you just gotta let it go. That's what happens when you get old. Let her rip, potato chip. Well, I guess I must have ran everybody off with our conversation. They don't want to hear about old people and what happened in 1937 when they were young. Molly is not moving. She is down for the count. So we'll see Oliver. He's also down for the count as well. I think everybody is. 2, 4, 6. Got to check the cat house. And Teddy's in the cat house. I don't know what it is about that little thing. It was sitting in my yard and starting to rot. Yep, they're taking naps. I should have got that like I was yesterday, because they were out in the yard and playing and did everything under the sun and ran themselves silly, and then they slept all day. So I could go and sweep the floors and do stuff, and they just slept. But if they're not sleepy, I move, they move. I don't know what he's hauling, because it's empty. Yeah, everybody's sound asleep. Ruby's not sleeping. Said that, and then she put her head down. Tell everybody I'm a hypnotist. You are getting very tired, very sleepy. And then they go to bed. Poof, they're gone. Oliver must be dreaming about something good, because it keeps smiling. Little mouth twitching. They just my babies. It's just my baby doggy. That's just my baby doggy. No, they don't wake up at night. They do a lot of running in between my live videos and their bedtime. So when it's bedtime, they all get in their crate. The girls get in one, father and son get in the other one. Oliver's in one by himself. And Wally, he's got free range to do what he wants because Wally will not use the bathroom in the house unless he absolutely has no choice. And he's actually big enough to wake me up. Yes, girls and boys are separated when they sleep. I'm not running a whorehouse. I mean, they're not married. They all have to separate. But yeah, that's how they do. Girls with girls, boys with the boys. I only have two boys that I really have to fix, and once they get fixed, then they can decide where they want to sleep and with who. But until then, we got to keep them separated. Yep, there is a couple also. And that couple is the reason why I have a couple more. So until one of those, Toby should be about ready to be able to be fixed. He had issues when we got him, so he's a little more healthier than what he was then. And Toby, he's just a tip man. If he smells a girl somewhere, he's gonna climb the fence to go find her. He's not loyal, even though they were together. He's a gigolo or a doggalo. I'm just a doggalo everywhere I go. People want to know. No, they're they're loyal to their humans, but when it comes to companionship, they it's the animal kingdom. If it's there, they don't care who it's from. They're gonna get what they want, I guess. That's why men are called dogs. Men that do that stuff. And they're loyal to their survival of the species because they will repopulate even when you don't want them to. The little puppies are my fault because I wasn't keeping a close enough eye on them because I didn't know. And now I know. Dream on, babies. even gonna die. I'm gonna catch you. Got a carpenter bee flying around. They like to chew holes in my wood. So I guess it's time to spray again. Go away for the longest time. I've tried everything in the world to kill them, but the stuff that they recommend doesn't actually work. It costs a lot, and it's poison. You have to be careful with dogs and all that stuff. But I found something on the internet that worked. It doesn't kill them, but it keeps them away for a while. And it's just a little bit of water and peppermint extract. And then I spray the wood down with peppermint and water. And they don't like the smell, so they stay away for a while. But then they come back. And then I know it's time to spray again. Helpful hints if anybody has carpenter bee problems. It might not get so hot so fast. I've been here almost 2 hours and it's only raised up from 80 to 81 degrees, so woohoo, I might have a pretty good day. Well, it's rolling up on my time to cue myself out of here. We're about to hit that 2 hour mark, and I got stuff I need to do today. So everybody that's watched this long, I appreciate it. I thank you for doing it. As always, if you haven't hit that subscribe button, please do so. Leave comments, make conversation. A lot better. Crunch Buddy, you have a great day, evening, and all that, whatever time it is for you. I'm gonna fixing to get off of here and do a few things I need to do. Other than that, you guys have a great day. Be safe in whatever you do. And a lot of people used to tell me, if you get any and you get it on your face, wash it off. Nobody wants to smell that. All right, guys. Have a great day and tune in again and see if I can bore you some more.